Hey, happy Thursday, everybody. Mark again here, Weatherman Plus. Now, these storms are creating some huge hailstorms, a bad record of it, a big history all across the south and southeast. Plus is going for today, for tomorrow, and then tomorrow is when all these winds come down from that second system, and that's coming down to the south as well. And that's going to kick off some more severe weather. Now, there is chances for tornadoes, chances for damage and winds, but this hail threat is a real serious thing. Plus, we still have these cool temperatures coming behind this system, but right after this passes, we're going to a huge warm up. Now, we had huge hailstorms going through Texas yesterday. We even had reports of 4-inch hail or larger falling in Texas. Plus, we had huge hailstorms going through Georgia yesterday. And it is causing a lot of damage to the crops, especially what happened in Georgia yesterday. Also had huge hailstorms in Florida yesterday. Plus, just like I showed you in the beginning of the video, we have all these storms coming for today. Tomorrow, this is when it comes to the northeast. And don't worry, your severe weather, your cape is not as big as what they had for yesterday. So you can see all your lift for today is going to shift over towards Florida. For tomorrow, it's going to go to the southeast again while this storm system comes back down and gets into this lift for Texas, and then it does a little bit of a break, and then it goes towards Florida again after that. So all these storms that you see producing all to the Tennessee, Kentucky Valley, the mid-Atlantic, all the way to the northeast, none of that is going to be tornadic. Everything that's happening is all in the south. And I wanted to wait for the 12Z from the HRRR today to get you the most accurate information I can. And you can see we helicity values, it shows a lot of updraft, which is potential large hail, but also potential chances for tornadoes. You can see potentially you have large hail coming for southern Alabama, the panhandle of Florida, all afternoon, all the way until 5 and 6 o'clock, maybe even one popping up around 7 o'clock. And around that time, you have it coming through for northern Alabama, northern Mississippi, all the way to 8 o'clock. Chances for hail to come out of these storms, plus a potential tornado. And you also see as that second system comes down Friday afternoon, you get a lot of updraft, especially around the DFW area in northeastern Texas. And as you go later in the evening, it goes further south down Texas, bringing a lot of strong cells as well. A lot of lightning strikes is coming to those. And look at them all ripping in the Gulf of Mexico. There's some big hail cores on those supercells going through the Gulf of Mexico. So you can see your threats for today. You do have chances for hail, even significant hail down here in southern Texas. This is at least 2 inches in diameter. Plus you have that 15% risk right where I showed you those updraft helicity values, very strong for eastern Arkansas, northern Mississippi, and northern Alabama. You also have it along the east coast of Florida and southern Georgia today. Here's your cities and states at risk. Also bringing some winds with it in the same areas, plus across the deep south, and you have chances for tornadoes. You have a 2% right where I show those helicity values, plus it has grown. Like I told you yesterday, this is going to grow further to the east, covering almost all of Florida except southern Florida, and you have a big 5% as well. And you can see this from National Weather Service. Severe storms are expected along much of the Gulf Coast Thursday from portions of South Texas and southern Louisiana into the Florida Panhandle. Damage and wind gusts, large hail, and a few tornadoes will all be possible. Severe thunderstorms are also expected across part of eastern Florida Peninsula and parts of the Mid-South. Hail and wind are the primary concerns with this activity. Plus, for tomorrow, for Friday, you have an enhanced section. That's not for tornadoes, that is for hail. you have a chance for significant hail. All this black is at least 2 inches in diameter expected. Plus, you have a big 30% right here by DFW. This is for Friday, guys. And you have the 5% in the brown also for the southeast. So here's your season states at risk for the very large hail for Friday, for tomorrow. Plus, you also have a wind threat over here in Texas, the biggest as this storm system pushes through this second system. But you have a tornado threat for tomorrow as well. You have the 2% in the green and the 5% right over the DFW. So here's your season states at risk for the tornado risk for Friday, for tomorrow. And you can see this from National Weather Service. Scattered storms are forecast to produce damage and hail in late afternoon through evening from north central Texas to the middle and lower Rio Grande Valley. Isolated strong to severe storms may also occur over parts of the southeast. Plus, Saturday, you have a chance for severe weather as well. There's going to be some more hanging around as this goes up to the coast of the northeast, brings all this heavy rainfall. You have a 5% chance. And here's your cities and states at risk for Saturday. And you can see with your vorticity, you have all these storms forming up today, forming up for tomorrow as that goes up to the northeast. That is not going to be severe that you need to worry about. As this next system comes down for Friday, bringing more storms, and Saturday going up to the northeast with a potential chance for another surface low to form in front of this line, could make it a little more hectic of severe weather, could bring more of a tornado threat as we go through Saturday. I will update you as National Weather Service updates, of course. And it goes up to the northeast as well, and that is bringing all of that rainfall. And you can see your lightning strikes that as you go through the evening, there's a 60, the update on the Euro. You get a lot of nasty hail cores in the Gulf of Mexico. But as you go towards this afternoon, right around 2 o'clock, all the way on eastern Florida, you are getting a lot of lightning strikes. That's where you have a chance for a large hail. That's why you're in that risk. And that is going all the way to 7 and 8 o'clock tonight. These storm systems are going to come across and push further and further to the south as the evening goes along. And then as that system comes down for Friday, you can see with the lightning strikes, a lot of large hail coming down for Friday afternoon for Texas. And it keeps pushing further and further south all evening long. That is a lot of area with a lot of white in it. I guarantee there's going to be some very large hail, probably some more gorilla hail coming out of southern Texas, all the way to 2 o'clock in the morning before that goes in the Gulf and be some nasty storms in the Gulf of Mexico for Saturday. And you can see with 12Z on HRRR that as you go through this evening, you have all them damaging wind gusts coming from that second system while all this goes towards Florida, and it does mild down right before it hits Florida. A lot of 50 and 60 miles per hour wind gusts in those bands as they push across. Then it goes up to the northeast as you go through tomorrow for the northeast. Not bringing a lot, but it is bringing some 50 miles per hour damaging wind gusts. Then as Friday comes in, here comes the high winds once again with all that chances for that large hail as that second system pushes through. So you can see the 40, 50, even up to 60 miles per hour wind gusts passing through all evening long. The high is showing 80. That'd be in the higher elevations if that's even possible. But we can take it down easily and say 60, maybe even 70 possible with those winds. Then as that comes through for Friday, brings a lot of 50s all through Texas, even some possible 60s as you go through southern Texas. But you can see for today how it brings that 50 and 60 miles per hour wind gust. Then it kind of calms down right before it hits Florida. So it is bringing a lot of strong cells. And as you go through tomorrow morning, through tomorrow for Friday, it does bring a lot of 50 miles per hour wind gusts towards the northeast. For a lot of areas, you got it for Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, Pennsylvania. You also have some for New Jersey. Not getting too bad. You're in the 40s, but a nice pocket right here for some high damaging winds. But after today and tomorrow in the northeast, that second system coming down tomorrow is the one that's going to help bring a lot of rain making to your area. A lot of flooding. You see as it goes up for Saturday and Sunday, it goes up to the northeast and finishes off on Monday. And it strengthens all the way to a 984. So it goes all the way from a 1002 all the way to a 984. So it's definitely cyclogenesis where you have a strengthening low pressure. So it is bringing some winds with that as well. Now for Texas, National Weather Service has put this out for Friday. For the DFW area, you have some strong severe weather coming your way. So just be aware of it. So you have it from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. in this brown section. Then from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. for Friday. for this lighter blue section, this grayer section. This is your timing of these storms. They have you down for large hail, damaging winds, and a tornado or two, which is possible. Scattered, strong, severe storms are expected to develop roughly between 3 to 9 p.m. There's a threat for very large hail, 2 inches plus. Plus, we had some very large hail going through Texas yesterday, the biggest being in Waco. But look at this. Look at this widespread storms of just hail that just came through. Some serious hailstorms came through Texas yesterday. So when that next system comes through from Friday all the way to Sunday and Monday, bringing a lot of winds in the Gulf of Mexico. This is from that surface low forming up. So far, all that is staying in the Gulf. We got to watch the Florida Panhandle. Make sure that don't drag on, because it looks like it get into the 50s for y'all. As it goes right up the coast, bring a lot of 50 miles per hour wind gusts, maybe even get some 60s in there. But it gets real strong in the Gulf and winds down to 50 miles per hour wind gusts, and then it stays right along the Carolina coast with the 50 miles per hour wind gusts and the coast of the Northeast. So definitely watch out for riptides. I'm sure you'll get the warnings for that. Now, just till Sunday, National Weather Service has you out for a lot of rainfall. 3+, even 4+ inches of rainfall coming with this squall line that y'all dealing with all the way up to the Northeast, bringing y'all an inch. And you're getting 2 inches in the higher elevations. But when that second system comes in from Friday all the way to Monday, even a little bit for Tuesday, you get a lot more rainfall coming up the coast, and it's just going to add up. A whole bunch of precipitation. So be aware of that. Hopefully a lot of y'all need it in your crops, but hopefully it don't do a lot of damage. And you can see with the Arctic Oscillation that it is going to play a little trickery as we go through May. So we're still dealing with these cold temperatures all the way 29th, still showing the strongest 29th and the very beginning of May. Then most of the ensembles, you have the Euro in the blue, the Canadian in the green, GFS doing its own thing up here, kind of like an outlier at this point. But you see how it just hangs around and slowly goes towards a neutral phase, where this cold air gets out of here and we're going on a warm-up. GFS is taking it on a huge warm-up. But you can also see that the previous run on the GFS agreed pretty much like the other ensembles. It could be another cold spill. It could be another warm-up. It's kind of all over the place. But you see these ensembles in the middle. These are agreeing with what the Canadian and the Euro are seeing. So this is the trend. Not this extreme and not that extreme. And there's a huge chance that we're going on a big warm-up coming right after the first week of May. So we have this cooler weather coming down, and the 29th always showed very deep. The 29th and the very beginning of May. Waking up temperatures, but it is going to warm right back up for the day, guys. Then all these 40s are going to hang around the northern tier of the U.S. and the Ohio Valley for the beginning of May. For the first, for the second, for the third, and for the fourth is going to start going towards the Northeast. The fourth, the fifth, and then the 6th is when everything starts to change. Start going on a huge warm-up. Still have some cooler temperatures digging through, but it's going on a big warm-up, especially the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th and on. So it's really coming to some very warm temperatures, guys. Now let's pick our winner for today. Morning Mist, congratulations, you are the winner of the solar weather station. Make sure you contact me at this email, weathermanplustoday@gmail.com. That way I can get your address and ship this out to you as soon as possible. Welcome back. Hope your family is feeling much better. Weatherman. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. We never eat fast food, and we decided to just hurry up and get a quick meal, and boy, what a mistake it was. It put a bug in my child's belly, and she was just, I can just say nasty. All night long, she just had a terrible night. So thank you so much for your love and your concern. God bless you and your family. And remember, guys, we are giving away another one for tomorrow. And if you never heard about this, this is from Accurite. They're celebrating 80 years now. They've been around a very long time. Connection National Weather Service, weather on the ground, very easy to install. Either put it on your fence, put it on your pole, put it on your porch. It's very simple to install. So we'll be giving another one away tomorrow. We do this every other day for the whole year of 2023. So please take these storms seriously, because hailstorms, even though there's not tornadoes popping up all over the place, these hailstorms are pretty serious as well. So be careful, everybody. Please watch out for your pets as well. You've seen that cow in the video. It's very unpleasant to see. I don't like to see animals getting hurt like that. In the spirit of talking about these hailstorms, I want to read to y'all Revelation 16, 17 through 21. And the seventh angel poured out his vial into the air. And there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven from the throne, saying, It is done. And there were voices and thunders and lightnings. And there was a great earthquake, such as was not seen since men were upon the earth. So mighty an earthquake and so great. And the great city was divided into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell. And great Babylon came in remembrance before God, to give unto her the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. And every island fled away, and the mountains were not found. And there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent. And men blasphemed God because of the plague of the hail, for the plague thereof was exceeding great. Amen. God bless you all today. A lot of bad hailstorms. Believe me, there's worse hailstorms that will be coming probably in our lifetime. The way things are looking around this world, signs everywhere, I believe we will see these days. Remember, all glory always goes to God, our Father in heaven, Yahweh. And may He bless you, keep you safe, and bring your crops back. Bring the food back. Give praise to the Lord. Have Him help with your crops, what's going on. He can guide everything. It'll be raining on one area, sun shining on another area. That's just how He can do. Pray to Him. He will save your crops if it's His will. But all glory always goes to God, forever. Amen. Hallelujah. Have a great day, everybody. Be safe.